Hello, peoples! Welcome to this week's episode of the Artistic Biker Live. It's been a long time since we've done an Artistic Biker Live. We've had some issues. We've had some life issues come up. We've had the kids' performances at the school. We've had my parents come down for a visit. We've had a holiday. We've had all kinds of stuff happen, and then you know what? We just missed a few episodes. So here we are, back again. The last thing we did last time on the Artistic Biker, I think we were doing hair. I think we had done a face. It was the middle of Ayala Arts 29 Faces Challenge. I got 29 faces done, but not in the conventional sense. Not in the conventional sense. Because, like, let's see. Was that part of this one? Yeah. So, yeah, this is February 2019. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 5 was in this book here. Hang on. Whew. You guys can't even see what I'm showing you. Good Lord. Okay, so let's start back over. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is in here where I was at figure drawing. And I think I claimed that one. Right there. There might be nudity in this show. I claimed that one. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, you know what? I guess I only got 24 done. Hi, Pamela. I guess I only got 24 done. I should do more, but I've done other faces on other things. Yeah, because I've done some faces on my pinups. Stuff just falling now. I can't just have stuff falling on me. This place is getting dangerous. Seriously, I've got to reorganize and make this place not so dangerous. This is my art, and it'll kill me. And it's very deadly. No, that's not going to stay up there either. That's from, let's see. So there's 25. There's 26. There's 27. So, I guess I missed out. I missed 2. We'll be alright, though. Anyway. So I was asking, it's a good thing Pamela French showed up. I was asking, oh hey, look at this. I set up a new palette. Oh, let's talk about that real quick. I set up a new palette. I've been using this palette forever. This was the palette with all my, the very first set of high-end watercolors that I bought, and I could go back and reuse that, but I always felt like these colors were cool, and I never felt like I could get the warmth out of them that I wanted to get. And then I would use, if I can reach it, I would use this watercolor set when I would go to town. How can you tell I'm wearing a hat?
I can see the back of your head.
I would use this watercolor set when I would go to town, and that was made up of these kois. And again, I felt like everything was just blue. I felt like it was just everything was too cool. And so I had been taking an online watercolor course with Anna Mason, and I bought the colors in her palette, and they have a warm and a cool of each color, and so that way I can have a better range. And I took a picture of this so that I could put these away, and when it came time to refill it, I would be able to refer back to the picture and know which paint went where.
My college fund.
Yeah, that's your college fund. I had to tell you about that so I could put that away. Anyway, we just almost
Don't ruin my college fund.
we just almost had an incident of alcohol abuse right here on the Artistic Biker Live. I know. Horrible. Horrible. I'm having to show you all this stuff just so I can just so I can put it away. That's right. I'm having to show you all of that just so I can put it away.
Paint.
Yeah, there's paint in there somehow. Just about everywhere you look, there's some form of paint out here. There's ink on my pages. So, I was asking Pamela French, you know, what would she like, this book doesn't go in here, what would she like to talk about tonight? And she said that she loves the faces that I draw in paint, but she was not at all understanding of my process. And I thought, you know, that makes two of us, kid. If there's any logic to my madness, I haven't really discovered it yet either. So let's get past the nudie pick there. So she suggested that I go through my process of drawing faces. Again, I just showed you all of this stuff so that I could put it away, because I left it out so I could show it to you. And now I need to do a show, and it's all over the place. And so here we are, trying to do a show with stuff everywhere. Alright, let's see here. What do we got? What is this? This is, I believe this is charcoal. Is that what I want to use? Let's use this one if we're going to do that. Let's use this one. So, I probably need a face for reference. If only I knew where I could find a face for reference. I can draw a face off the top of my head, but it won't look like anybody we know. So let me just log into my secure folder here. I have to keep everything on a secure folder to keep the pictures from showing up when I whip my phone out at work, because there's shots on here that would get me fired. So I don't know, I don't really have any that are famous. Yes, I do. They're all the way down here at the other end though. Let's see what I do have. Where is the scroll thing that lets me scroll? There it is. Found it. So down here at the bottom, there ought to be more famous people. Or I may just come across a face that I like. This is riveting. Riveting entertainment. Alright, here we go. So there's Adam Sandler. Alright, so if I were going to draw a picture of Adam Sandler, the way that I've learned to draw faces is the way everybody learns how to draw faces. You've got books, you've got books all over the place. I have dozens of books up here, and I have dozens of books elsewhere, and I've gone to online sites, and they all tell you, you know, start with an oval, map out the features, halfway down is the eyes, halfway down from there is the bottom tip of the nose, halfway down from there is the line of the lips, and they map out all these features. And then they start talking to you about different planes and different shapes and all that stuff. And I found that all of that was too much for me to keep in my head at one time. It made all of my drawings look very, very stiff. So I would start drawing a face, and I would start with the oval. And then I would imagine a line down the middle, and I would imagine a line for the eyes, and line for the nose and a line for the mouth, and then the ears would go here and the ears would go here, and the nose ball would go there, and it would come like that, and then the eye would go there, and the head is 5 eyes wide, so the other eye comes over here, and it's very, to me, it's just very mechanical, the way that they want you to lay all that out. And it never really worked for me to make it look like whomever it was I was drawing. It was always just too mechanical. Sorry, can't talk, Harding. I was always too focused in putting the stuff where it goes, and not focused enough on drawing what I see. Not focused enough on, see, like that makes it look like he's a little kid. The eyes probably should have been higher. Top of the head rounds off. So that's what I struggle with. That's my daily struggle, is when I try to follow the processes that they want you to follow, mapping out all the planes. When I try to follow all of that stuff, I don't feel like it works for me. I don't feel like it makes enough sense to me. And it may just be that I don't do enough of it to have it make sense. It may be that, you know, that I'm not practiced enough. It may just be that I haven't sharpened my pencil enough. I mean, it may be something as simple as that. But point of story, when I draw faces, I don't do them that way. I showed you all that to show you this. Now, I'm going to be full disclosure here. I don't draw people that look like people very often. Normally I get essence of people and then I just go on from there. I've been trying to get better at actually creating a likeness. But I've been especially trying to get more of a caricature likeness for the cartoon type pinups that I love to draw. But even more so, I've been trying to work on a little bit of realism. I've always said that I wanted to not do realism because I didn't like to do realism. I didn't want to not do realism because I didn't know how to do realism, or I couldn't do realism. I wanted to choose not to do realism. So I always wanted to practice realism and get better at it and get good at it. But honestly, I haven't spent the time. I just have not spent the time in it. So what I learned how to do in drawing a face is I learned to just, hey little girl, you have cookies.
Shh, 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 back off.
Well, no, you can't just sneak out here with cookies. And
I baked these.
You can't. Those are my cookies.
I made 120 cookies and I have gotten 10 of them.
Well, you don't bake cookies for yourself. You bake cookies for everybody else.
You funny.
Ain't you a funny boy? She's old enough to bake cookies. She just walked in the kitchen and said, I'm making cookies. That's fine. That's fine.
Look at my hoodie. No!
Serves you right for not sharing your cookies. So, no, thank you. I'm drinking beer.
Huh?
Beer and cookies don't go together very well.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm very sure. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I wonder if I have that one book up here. I discovered a guy. He used to have a PBS show. I can't think of his name because I'm on the spot again. This happens to me every time I'm on the spot. I forget what I was going to tell you about. Anyway, I discovered a guy that he does portraits. He does portraits in about 7 minutes. And it's real time. He only uses a 4B pencil. And it's a 4B mechanical pencil, lead holder pencil like this one. And that's what I have in mine is 4B lead. But that's all he uses. And he does his portraits in 7 minutes. And I always thought that if I could get good enough to do a realistic as him, I can't find it. I'll put a link in the description below though. If I could, now I've got me thinking what I might have done with that book. I'm never going to find it. I'm never going to find it. I need to give up on it. So I always thought if I could get good enough to do that, then you could get a kiosk at the mall. You could charge people $25-40 for a sketch, and then you do them a sketch for 5 or 10 minutes. You could charge them, $150 for a finished product and you charge them $250 with a frame. And I thought, well, that'd be a great way to retire, because a kiosk at a small mall is not very expensive, and it would be a great job to retire to. But his technique with just a 4B pencil was to start with the shape of the head as you see it on the picture. But he didn't draw from a picture. He drew from a person sitting in front of him. And his advice was to always have them sit in the same place. Always have them sit in the same way, where the lighting is always the same, so that you can always get the same shading. And he said the more heads you do, the more natural it'll come to you to do the different shapes. And he's right. And when I started drawing redheads, he also said don't focus in one area. Work on relationships, work on spatial relationships. Don't focus on just where something is. He said when you get something in place, move on to the next thing and work on that. He said don't sit there and say, okay, this is the nose, the head is 5 eyes wide, here's the eyebrows and all that. He says focus on the different relationships. So look for the different things that define where whatever's going on in your drawing is. And that started to make sense to me, because then you can put stuff in relationship to the clothing, you can put stuff in relationship to the shirt, you can put stuff in relationship to the eyes and the nose, the hairline, and that made more sense to me than anything I've seen about drawing planes. And so when you watch me draw a face in real time and you say, well, your process doesn't make any sense to me, that's because there's no real rhyme or reason to what I'm going to do next. I'm just looking for relationships. And maybe it'll end up looking like the guy, maybe it won't. But all I can say is I'm getting better. And I know I'm getting better because I started looking at some of my drawings from 2015 and comparing them to my drawings from 2019, and I'll show you those during what's on your easel.
Keep forgetting it's 2019.
Do what?
Keep forgetting it's 2019. Like it's 2018.
No, it's 2019 now. So I started looking at some of my drawings from 2018, 2015 versus 2019, and the difference is amazing. I believe the difference is just amazing. So right now I can't talk, I'm arting. What? You can't talk when you're arting either.
No, I stick my tongue out.
You do stick your tongue in. It's so cute. It's like a little puppy.
It's annoying.
But see, already I can tell I've got the nose. This nose should be longer.
Should I look at my sketchbook full of weird drawings?
Yeah, absolutely.
Got a new one and I'm proud.
I can tell that the nose should be longer. I can tell that the eyes should probably be a little bit bigger because I'm in a hurry and I didn't spend the time to get my relationships right. And then you have to see, and then you have to remember the curvature of the head and get those in place. So again, Pamela asked me about my process, and my process is jacked because of where I've spent most of my effort. Is not been on realism. I've spent most of my effort on nudies. I mean, look at me, I'm all nervous. I'm all nervous about people seeing how I draw. And I've only been doing this on camera now for, how long have I been doing this? 9 years? And it doesn't look anything like Adam Sandler. You couldn't look at that and say, hey, that was Adam Sandler. But it does look like a face. I don't know. Let's try another one. It may also be that I don't draw men's faces very much. It's nowhere near 7 minutes worth, the way that guy did it. So, in answer to your question, Pamela, the reason my process doesn't make much sense is because there's not much process. What time is it? 7:52. Let's do another face. Who is that? Do we know who that is? I don't know who that is. I know she's famous. Ashley Judd. That's Ashley Judd. What you do?
I found the lemonade stash.
You found the lemonade stash.
And I thought it disappeared, and I was sad, and I found it. Hello.
Hey, can you put this in the lid, though?
What are you doing, little boy?
Kiwi?
Are you doing a kiwi?
Yes. I'm a big fat kiwi.
Have you done any artwork this week?
No, not so far.
Neither have I.
Can anybody see me?
They can all see you.
Wiggle.
Okay.
I'm leaving now.
Oh, the camera's facing this way. I thought it was facing down.
No, it was facing your brother because he was being goofy, and I wanted everybody to see the goofy little boy that I love so much.
Look at my little rocket.
That is a cute little rocket.
Isn't his little? Hers. Isn't hers little? Fall off this chair.
Yeah, you know, it may be that I don't draw enough men. I've only been focusing on drawing women. That also may be an issue for me.
We have one beautiful person here.
Oh, there's probably more watching. But I find that a lot of people watch in secrecy.
Fun.
Right?
Talk about him.
I mean, I should probably draw like Luke Perry or something since Luke Perry passed away. Do a 90210 tribute. But I never watched 90210. I couldn't tell you anything about Luke Perry. I'm a boy. What?
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, 90210 was, I always thought was a chick show.
Fun.
I don't know if it was or not. I never really watched any of it, so I couldn't tell you how much of a chick show it was.
Just going through all the artwork I've stolen from friends. It's just so beautiful. They gave it to me.
So yeah, that looks a whole lot more like that looks a whole lot more like Ashley Judd than that looks like Adam Sandler. You what, baby? I always start with a single feature and move outward, which for me gives a reference point to work from, and that's probably good advice, Pamela. That's probably very good advice, is find a single feature and work outward from it. The other thing that I wonder about is I see people doing studies of eyes and hands, and I've never really done that. I've never really just sat around and drawn 100 hands just to see what 100 hands what it would be like to draw 100 hands. And so I probably should. Do that to get better at the actual features. She has a very square jowl.
Like me?
Yeah.
Found one of my creepy drawings I couldn't find, and now I'm happy.
I don't know if that helped her or not. But I think that looks a whole lot more like Ashley Judd than that looks like Adam Sandler. What time is it? 7? Let's do what's on your easel.
Hi.
Okay. Let's do what's on your easel. I have not done much for my easels except I have been drawing pinups. So you already saw the faces. Where'd they go?
Oh, I guess I should find something.
I think these are my faces over here. We already flipped through the faces. The Lonnie Anderson, which I think that actually looks like. Here, I'll show you. I think that actually looks like Lonnie Anderson. Lonnie Anderson has been struggling of late with some botched surgeries. Was what the article was about that I took that picture out of. So then the question becomes, am I going to find the picture fast enough to be able to show you that that looks like Lonnie Anderson? It'd almost be faster to look for the picture on the internet again.
Fine.
Riveting. Riveting entertainment. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I felt like doing something different tonight, though. I felt like we were kind of going through the motions. She says it's also not what I was taught, but that process always messed with my proportions. See, and I took a class. I never took a class on portraiture, though. Watch me never find that. Watch me not find that picture again.
Her face looks familiar.
Here we go.
I think the pizza's here.
Ta-da! So there was my rendition of Lonnie Anderson. So again, let me show you this one, because this is where I was kind of going earlier with. I know I'm getting better in that. I captured some images from 2015 to 2017 to 2019, and I'm not improving super fast. Hey, Leather and Jade. I'm not improving super fast, but I'm not putting as much effort into it as I probably should. But from 2015 to to 2017 to 2019, I think we're looking at vast improvement. I think we're looking at quite a bit of improvement there. So, since the last show, you know, we did the hair, and then I did the Lonnie Anderson, and then I've been working on the pinups.
Gotta make sure they're appropriate.
The pinups are appropriate.
Are we sure about that?
Yeah, absolutely. When was the last show? How long ago was the last show?
Week before last.
No, it was before that. I don't know if I showed that one. And then that one.
Someone was in the picture.
And then that one. Now I'm playing with different angles, and I've got a bunch of people sending me selfies that I'm working off of. That one.
Kitty, you saw the pizza man?
My daughter's sending me love notes.
Little girl,
Yeah.
more food.
Pizza.
That one. You're so easily stolen away from me.
I'm sorry, but pizza.
That one.
Food.
And then this was last night's. I was kind of proud of that one. Or night before last, rather. I really like how that one turned out. So, what's on your easel?
Ow, I can stop
Is this
the process.
what you wanted to
Nope.
show?
I'm redrawing that.
Okay.
We don't talk about him.
So here's the little girl working on her anime.
It's horrible.
Well, but you get a little better every time you do it, don't you?
No.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I can go back through and I can show the stuff from earlier.
This is a brand new sketchbook.
Yeah, well, I can dig out an old sketchbook and show them the stuff from way earlier and show them how you've improved. Because again, you improve a little bit every time.
Somebody in 6th grade.
Yeah, that's what she was doing 2 years ago. And then Pamela French sent me some easels a couple of weeks ago. So
I'm running away to pizza. I'll be back in a second.
this says sent from my phone. So here's Pamela French's face. She's just sitting there asking me about my process, and look at what she's doing. Of course, she's probably spent more than 5 minutes on it too, but look how good that is. I mean, her eyes are on plane and everything. I don't even... And then also this one just says sent from my phone. Oh, that's cute. Good to see you. Good to see you, Leather and Jade. That's cute. And then... Watercolor attempt at fuzzy. Yeah, see, fuzzy's a hard texture to do, especially with watercolor. It looks soft to me. But fuzzy is a hard texture. Attempting a face in Ayala style watercolor. And so there's a watercolor face in Ayala style. How many faces did you do, Pamela? Did you make it to all 29? Apparently I made it to 27. So that's what was on my easel. That was what was on her easel. That was what was on your easel. If you would like to be a part of what's on your easel, simply send an email to blade@artisticbiker.com with the subject line easel. We'll use your works to inspire other people, because that's really all we're doing here anyway, is trying to inspire people. And if you see something that I've done and it inspires you, please send it in and let's see it. So that said, let's get back to this. Let's do one more face and we'll finish it out. And then I think we'll call it a night. That way I can go take sinus medicine, I can go eat pizza, the whole works. It's Lent. We're having pizza tonight because they needed cheese pizza for lunch tomorrow. She's got pepperoni.
Eat all the meat pizza.
She's having pepperoni and bacon tonight. She's got that was the daughter with the new coat, is the face that she was drawing.
Hmm?
And she's talking about what was on her easel. But we had to order pizza so that they could have cheese pizza for tomorrow.
I'll just eat my PB&J.
You could just eat your PB&J, but your brother wanted pizza.
It's a sad story.
It is. It is a horribly sad story. So let's see. Let's find a face. I've just seen a face. I can't forget the time. No place where we just met. She's the girl for me, and I want all the world to see we've met. Had it been another day, I might have looked the other way, and I'd have never been aware. But as it is, I'll dream of her tonight. Falling, yes I am. Oh, she's very Little Mermaid looking.
Oh, she's cute.
She's very Little Mermaid looking.
She's cute.
Falling, yes I am falling, and she keeps calling. I don't know. Me
Random
back
adorable
again.
person.
Yeah, just some random cute chick.
Fun.
Falling, yes. She said she only did 7 or 8
7 or 8 what?
faces for 29 faces.
Oh. I forgot about half the challenges. I challenged myself too.
So I have my fountain pens here.
Dusty notebook.
My trusty dusty fountain pens. And my trusty dusty fountain pens, I'll break out the fine point fountain pen first. Can't talk. Harding. Look how big her eyes are. Better to see you with.
These poor watercolors.
Teeth. I always let teeth bother me. I don't know why I let teeth bother me so much. But they always end up looking like little pebbles. I think probably because I spend too much time trying to make them not look like little pebbles. But I assure you it's because I let them bother me. Can't talk, Artie. I like that. Now if I come back in, let me make sure and put the eyebrow in. Even though the eyebrow is blocked by the glasses, we're going to draw through the glasses and draw the eyebrow in. Huh? I'm going to add some shading here, and 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 here, and here. Even though in this photo we can clearly see those eyes, and they're beautiful eyes, great big eyes. Even though we can clearly see them, I'm going to leave them a little obscure to suggest that the glasses have substance to them. And we need some shading here, and we need some shading here. And then I'm going to take a handy dandy water brush, and I'm going to, because the water in my fountain pen is not, the ink in my fountain pen is not waterproof, I can use my water brush to spread it around and get some mileage out of the ink, except I can't see past that glare there. Go. Get that upper lip, get that lower lip, and there's a shadow on the teeth. Alright, that's a good start. See, when I don't think about it, I feel like it goes a lot faster and a lot smoother.
When I think about art, it's horrible. When I don't think, it's beautiful.
Let's use the new paints. What did I do with the new paints?
You're gonna win.
I did. I needed a reason to use the new paints anyway.
Show off my college fund?
Yes.
Yeah, look at it. It's beautiful.
I know.
So beautiful.
Let's get a little bit of this.
Is that electric paint?
I don't know, it might be. I don't worry about stuff like that. And let's get her cheeks and the top of her nose. And this cheek and her chin. And then let's move to let's see, she's got more of a, there we go. Yeah. Bug! Cockroach. Is it a cockroach?
Pterodactyl?
It's a cockroach though.
Real.
I've got a little burnt sienna. I got a little yellow ochre mixed with some rose. Again, no rhyme nor reason whatsoever. Take a little yellow ochre straight and go right there, just to get a base color down. Take a little yellow ochre, start getting some of that hair in. Ooh. There is something to be said about using professional grade watercolors versus there's nothing against Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby sells some good stuff, but there's something to be said for the professional grade stuff. How smooth that goes on, the amount of pigment that's in there. She said she's going to be turning the picture of her daughter into a colored pencil drawing.
Ooh, pretty.
All right, let's go back to the go back to the yellow ochre here. Let's get some skin down here on her hand so we don't lose her hand. And let's get her neck so we don't lose her neck. And then let's get her lips. Ooh, that's a lot of pigment. Get her lips so we don't lose her lips. And then let's get some Payne's Gray here. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Hey, APG Pamela. I'm sorry, APG. I see Pamela and I see APG Jamie right next to each other. I'm sorry. Hey, what are you doing, Jamie? It's not APG Pamela, it's APG Jamie. I just saw Pamela's name right next to it. By now I've quit looking at the photograph. Which may or may not be a bad thing. I don't know yet. We'll see. What's up, little girl?
Just looking at this picture from 6th grade, and I remember how proud I was of it.
I was thinking that about my 2015 drawing too. I remember thinking how proud I was.
I was so proud of this creepy drawing. It was beautiful. I loved it. And now I'm redrawing it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm horrible. This is one of the worst drawings I've ever drawn. But I'm still kind of proud of it. Is that sad?
No. No. Everybody has to learn sometime.
Yeah, it just took me a long time.
Well, look at me. I've been doing this for how long, and I'm still making it up as I go along. Satisfied that there's enough orange on there.
Actually, not enough of a red header for you.
And then I'm going to move over here to some burnt umber. Can't talk, Harding. Jamie, did you do 29 Faces? Alright. How about an art challenge, people? Glad I caught you. How's family? Girl too sure is tall. How are you going to keep the boys away? Lords. These all true. It's all true.
He's doing a pretty good job of keeping them all away.
I do a pretty good job of keeping the boys away. I stand over them and I stare at them.
Yep. They're scared.
It's really very funny.
Especially when they're tower over me. But there's only like 3 guys.
It doesn't stop me from staring at them.
I know. You just glare at them across the room. And they're just like, what'd I do?
There's this one kid that keeps coming around who hates the sight of me.
That's not true.
It is. He's terrified of me.
Yes.
Alright. How we doing? How's that look? I need that to dry. Look at you, you got jokes. She says, ha ha ha, something ain't right about that standing over them. Ha ha, LOL. Oh, you got jokes. But when they're sitting on the couch, I can stand over them and glare at them.
Yeah. You can do that when I sit on the couch.
So here's part I missed right here. I missed that part right there.
Can I save it? It sounds cold.
No.
But it's a cat.
It is a cat.
And it's a cute cat.
You don't know that it's cute.
All cats are cute.
No, it's got rabies.
All the more reason to take it in.
It's born pregnant.
All the more reason to take it in.
Cats are born pregnant. There's an art challenge in the Artist magazine that the results won't come till next year. Any subject, any medium. And then Jamie's saying, oh, I see. Make them sit like the dogs that they are. That's exactly right. Make them sit like the dogs they are.
They are not dogs. Beautiful human beings.
She's not talking about the cats.
I know. Cats aren't human! They're little devil spawns, but they're adorable. But I love them. It's the same as dog.
His name is Dog.
What?
Did you say his name is Dog?
No, I said same as dog.
Same as Dog.
Did you give one of my teachers permission to pick on me?
I don't have to give teachers permission to pick on you. That's what teachers do.
Yeah, but I feel like my history teacher is very much taking this you can pick on her to the next level.
Again, that's just what teachers do.
No! Teachers don't pick on me! Only guy teachers ever picked on me. Because most of the girl teachers just leave me alone because I sit in the back of the class and do my work. And I stay seated.
Alright. This is one of those things that I could just keep going and going and going on because everybody knows I love to draw redheads. I don't feel like her hair is red enough though.
Oh, let me just say how much I could keep working on this and act like I'm gonna stop, but like, oh no, this isn't good enough.
Don't judge me.
I'm judging. Judging hard. That's too red.
There's no such thing.
That's red. It's not even orange. It's just red.
Exactly.
Oh my God. People aren't actually born with that type of hair.
I know she altered her hair to be more attractive to me.
Are you sure about that? You're not just wishing? I wish really, really hard.
I don't know. It makes it. If you wish really, really hard, it makes it. To me, it makes it more painterly. Plus, I like it. Alright. Now I'm going to shade that a little bit because it's not white. I'm going to shade that a little bit because it's not white. I'm going to shade that a little bit because it's not white. I think I'm calling it done. So now I only have one more face to do, and I will have completed the 29 faces. So, in answer to your question, did you get a cat? No, I'm not getting a cat.
Yes.
There was a cat outside.
I want it. Please.
No.
Can I have the black cat?
No.
But Shadow.
No. My name is no. My number is no. My sign is
You're talking
no.
about yourself.
You need to let it go. You need to let it go.
You hear him?
You need to let it go.
It's hot outside. He'll sweat to death.
No, cats don't sweat.
How do you know?
They don't sweat.
How do you
They
know?
don't. They don't do it.
Yet Kitty dies in the summer.
Kitty doesn't sweat. Dogs only sweat on the pads of their feet and on their tongue. Did you pull your dead skin off your thumb?
I'm bleeding. Hep. You think I should be used to seeing blood? I fall over so often, but like, help.
Okay.
It hurts.
So it's a short show tonight, but Pamela, and I hope it answered your question about what's involved in my process, and the answer is nothing. I make it up as I go along. There's no rhyme nor reason. I have an idea of what I want to see in my head, and maybe I get there, maybe I don't. Cats and pigs do not sweat or sweat, depending on how you spell it, but horses do. Yes, horses do sweat.
Factsverse presents.
What's that?
Factsverse. The more you know.
The more you know.
I'm bleeding a lot.
Well, sweetheart, you pulled off the end of your thumb.
I did not pull it off. I'm bleeding.
She pulled the little
I did not pull it
thing,
off.
and
It's
she
annoying and it hurts.
and then she like pulled half of her thumb off, and blood's just sitting there like this. Nobody needs to see the blood doing this off your thumb. But
No, that doesn't work. Help. Wait, no, not your paint towel. What's wrong with you? No.
well, then go in the house and get a Band-Aid.
I'm too lazy. I have Band-Aids in
Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. You know this is my favorite night of the week when I get to argue with my besties. If you have any questions about my process that you'd like to ask, just feel free to send me an email at blade@artisticbiker.com or catch me on Facebook or anything like that. And like what happened tonight, I was sitting around on Facebook and I said, hey, Pamela, anything you want to cover? And she said, yeah, I'd like to understand your face process. Me too, Pamela. Me too. But guys, thank you so much. This is my favorite night of the week when I get to argue with my besties. Be sure and tune in next week. Same Artistic Biker time, same Artistic Biker channel. And then we dance. We dance until somebody says that they see me dancing. You're not dancing.
Finished.
Dance. Be sure and send your easels in to blade@artisticbiker.com. so that you can get your work out there to inspire other people to do some work. And then we're dancing until somebody says that they see me dancing. And
Don't tell him, please.
no, that's not funny.
It is.
It's
terribly
not funny. Pamela says, yes, you did. I guess I'll stick to my own process. Exactly. You were doing a pretty good job already. You don't need to know how I do it. You have formal training. I have no formal training. Maybe that's what I'm lacking. Maybe I should go get some formal training.
I taught myself how to draw this way.
All right, I'm calling done. Thanks, guys. Mwah. Sit still. Sit really still. No, sit still. No, you're frozen. Reason.